According to Zillow, the average home value in the US is about $361,000, which is a 2.9% increase from last year. Last month, the average 30-year mortgage rate dropped to 5.74%, the lowest in over 2 years. While rates have slightly increased recently, they are still relatively low. Over the past couple of years, mortgage rates have been high, and home prices have kept rising, making it difficult for buyers to afford homes. This high cost has also discouraged many potential sellers, limiting the number of available homes even more. Overall, it's been a challenging time for people looking to buy a home, especially first-time buyers who typically have less money to spend and rely on lower mortgage rates and stable prices. However, affordability has been slowly improving as mortgage rates trend downward, and they could keep dropping even more next year. Key factors influencing housing market trends. The housing market is affected by various factors, including the economy, new home construction trends, and mortgage rates. Currently, the main driver are the economy, mortgage rates, and the low availability of homes. The economy and Federal Reserve policy. When inflation hit record high in 2022, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates to bring it down, which in turn pushed mortgage rates higher. Since then, inflation has eased, with the Consumer Price Index rising just 2.5% in August 2024, compared to a peak of 9.1% in June 2022. As inflation has slowed, the Federal Reserve has started to lower its interest rates, including a 50 basis point cut in September. More rate cuts are expected this year. While mortgage rates don't directly follow the Fed's rate, they often move based on how investors expect these changes to affect the economy. Although mortgage rates have been decreasing for several months, demand for a home hasn't yet increased significantly. Some buyers may find current rates unaffordable still,
Not this time.
while others might be waiting for rates to drop further to save more money or gain more buying power. High mortgage rates can sometimes help slow down home price increases. But due to the ongoing shortage of homes in the US, prices have continued to rise. A Zillow report shows that the US is short by 4.5 million homes for a balanced housing market. When there aren't enough homes to meet demand, prices for both homes and rental tend to increase. Housing market forecast for 2024 and 2025. Mortgage rates have fallen this year and could keep dropping in 2025, which could make home buying more affordable. However, this could also lead to higher demand, which would keep home prices elevated or even drive them up further. Buying a home within your budget may become more difficult, and you might need to make multiple offers before getting one accepted. Fannie Mae predicts home prices will rise by 6.1% by the end of 2024, slowing to 3% in 2025. The Mortgage Bankers Association expects a 3.9% increase this year and a 2.7% rise in 2025. The National Association of Realtors estimates home prices will go up by 3.8% in 2024 and 2% by the end of 2025. So according to Zillow, 30-year mortgage rates have recently fallen below 6% for the first time since early 2023. While rates may not decrease much more this year due to steady economic conditions and the expectation of future Fed rate cuts, they are likely to go down further in 2025. For the housing market to improve, there needs to be a bigger supply of homes. As mortgage rates go down, more homeowners are expected to list their properties, which will increase the numbers of homes available for sale. When it comes to new home construction, Fannie Mae predicts housing starts will drop by 5.8% this year, but increase by 1.4% next year, mainly due to more multifamily homes being built. The Mortgage Bankers Association expects starts to go up by 4.4% in 2025 and by 1% in 2026. Expect more homes to sell. The market will see an increase in both the supply of available homes on the market as well as a rise in demand, as more buyers and sellers who have been sitting on the sideline because of higher rates choose to make a move. That's one big reason why experts are projecting an increase in home sales next year. According to Fannie Mae, MBA, and NAR, total home sales were forecast to climb slightly with an average of about 5.4 million homes expected to sell in 2025. That will represent a modest uptick from the lower sales number in 2023 and 2024. For reference, about 4.8 million total homes were sold in 2023, and expectations are for around 4.5 million homes to sell this year. While slightly lower mortgage rates are not expected to bring a flood of buyers and sellers back into the market, they certainly will get more people moving. That means more homes available for sale and competition amongst buyers who wants to purchase them. Home prices will go up moderately. More buyers ready to jump into the market will put continued upward pressure on prices. Take a look at the latest forecast from 10 of the most trusted sources in real estate. On average, experts forecast home prices will rise nationally by about 2.6% next year. But as you can see, there's a range of opinions on how much prices will climb. Experts agree, however, that home prices will continue to increase moderately next year at a slower, more normal rate. But keep in mind, prices will always vary by local market. Is it true that it will never be a good time to buy a house? There's a lot of negativity surrounding home buying, and many people feel they'll be stuck renting forever. While it's true that buying a home is more expensive now, there are still options for becoming a homeowner, especially with the various first-time home buying loans and down payment assistance programs that have become available recently. You can now get a mortgage with as little as 1% down, along with help for down payment and closing costs, making it easier to buy a home. Even though home prices are not expected to drop much, mortgage rates are likely to decrease.
Really?
Which can improve your buying power by allowing you to borrow more. Over time, as more homes are built, prices should stabilize, and competition between buyers may ease. However, it could take a few years to fully see these effects. Is it a good time to buy a house now? Whether it's a good time to buy depends on factors like current mortgage rates, the local housing market, and your financial situation. With rates coming down, now might be a good time if you're in a position to afford a home. Talking to a real estate agent
Like me
can help you understand the local market. If there are plenty of homes in your price range and less competition, you might be able to get a good deal. What home sellers should know about the current housing market. Many homeowners with low mortgage rates have avoided selling this year because current rates are high. As rates decrease, it may be easier to sell without worrying about losing your low rates mortgage. Conditions may be more favorable for selling in 2025 when rates are expected to drop further, increasing demands and making it easier to get a good price for your home. When will the silver tsunami impact housing prices? Even as mortgage rates fall, the limited housing supply will remain an issue for buyers. However, this could change in the coming years due to the silver tsunami, a term that describes the aging baby boomer generation moving out of their homes. As they pass away or move into long-term care, a significant amount of real estate may return to the market, increasing the housing supply. How the silver tsunami could affect first-time homebuyers. Baby boomers currently own a large share of homes. As they leave these homes without needing to buy new ones, more properties will become available. This could help first-time buyers and those with limited budgets by reducing competition and allowing prices to grow more slowly. However, it may still take several years before the impact is fully felt. Looking ahead to 2025, it's important to know what experts are predicting for the housing market. And whether you're thinking about buying or selling a home next year, having a clear picture of what they're calling for can help you make the best possible decision for your home ownership plans. Understanding 2025 housing market forecast can help you plan your next move. If you're buying or selling, stay informed about these trends will ensure you make the best decision possible. Let's connect to discuss how these forecasts could impact your plans. Thanks for tuning in. Discover more about Las Vegas and Henderson with our free relocation guide. For additional details or a free consultation, visit my website or social media. Find all the links in this podcast description. Also, I love hearing from our listeners. If you have any questions, comments, topic suggestions, or real estate stories to share, please reach out to us. You can follow me on my social media pages. Just search for Long's Real Estate, local realtor in Las Vegas and Henderson, Nevada. I will also save the links in the description of this video. Until then, remember, in Las Vegas and Henderson, the odds are always in your favor when you have the right real estate agent by your side. Thanks for joining us today. See you next week.